Blog Talk Radio.
Something's gone wrong. For all our vigilance and battle scars over the Bill of Rights, have we let the flame of freedom's torch grow cold? Because there can be no torch to pass where there's no flame.
Freedom has only one enemy it cannot defeat, and that is negligence. So your presence here, now, today, is an act of reverence. Of all man's works beneath the heavens, none shines brighter than our Constitution. I think Jefferson and Paine, Adams, Madison, Mason, Franklin, I think they're looking down right now at us. I think they understand what we're trying to do, what we strive to do. Every time our country stands in the path of danger, an instinct seems to summon her finest first, those who truly understand her. When freedom shivers in the cold shadow of true peril, it's always the patriots who first hear the call. When loss of liberty is looming, as it is now, the siren sounds first in the hearts of freedom's vanguard.
Good evening, everybody. This is Joe Joseph. Welcome to another edition of Freedomlink Radio. Tonight's show brought to you by SurvivorBay.com. And tonight we'll be giving away free memberships, free 1-month memberships to Survivor Bay. And John King, you there, buddy?
Joe, can you hear me?
No, you sound like crap.
Well, I'm sorry, brother. I was standing out on my front porch, and I think I was raptured. You sound funny. You must not have made it, Joe.
No,
sorry to hear that.
Sorry, man. I guess I'm a little bit evil.
Hold on a second. Somebody's coming.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. You got to be kidding me. Joe, they say that the kid that I took the big red ball from in kindergarten said that there must have been a mistake, and they double-checked it, and they said they were right, and they're sending me back. Maybe
John.
I should have kept the red ball.
Never a dull moment with you, my friend. Never a dull moment.
Oh, my goodness, I'm back, Joe. What a trip!
As you could tell, folks, and it is May 22nd. I think it's May 22nd, right, Johnny boy?
Yes. Yes, it
is. So it's May 22nd, and we're all still here, which either it means one of two things. Either the rapture occurred, and there were very, 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 very few people that were worthy enough to be raptured, and we're all just in it for the long haul now, or it was a bunch of bunk. I'm going to go with door number 2.
Well,
you know?
I hear that the Obama administration is quite disappointed that the rapture didn't take place. Now they don't have any way to fix the unemployment statistics.
For sure.
Expecting a great 40% drop in unemployment after Monday morning.
Now, if anybody's wondering, especially the people in the chat room, as to why maybe there's only 19 users, it just so happens that DemCAD is doing a blog TV at the same time. So, there's nobody here. Woohoo! But that's okay. That's okay. We've got a lot to talk about tonight, and we're certainly going to get to that. The first thing that I would like to announce is, and I'm sure you are all well aware, that Griff has not been with us in a little while, and that he's not returning emails and everything like that. He's kind of got a lot of stuff going on, and all I can say is he'll be back when he's ready to come back. Until then, just kind of wait it out, because just give him the space and let him recover. That's all I could tell you. And if he comes back, he comes back. But we do have a new co-host, and she'll be calling in here shortly, and that's Gwen, Generation Keeper. She was with Freedomizer Radio, and now she's going to be our co-host, our cohort in crime here on Freedomlink Radio. And I'm certainly glad that she's decided to come along. Ain't that right, Johnny boy?
That's absolutely right. The more the merrier.
So anyway, Oh, go ahead, John. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, thank you. She puts on a very good show. She's very informative, very professional, and if anybody out there doesn't know her, I invite you to come on in and listen to her and see what she has to say.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's get into some of the stuff that's going on in the world. I want to first draw everybody's attention to the fact that Pakistan is now turning to China for military help. And what is that? Oh, well, that's in the name of a military base or naval base. So what they want to do is they're going to give the land to China, and then China is going to construct a naval base there and have a pretty much a constant naval presence in Pakistan. So, of course, the U.S. is probably going to be up in arms. Oh, no, you can't do that. No, not the fact that we have naval bases all over the world. We have military bases all over the world, but God forbid anybody else do that. It's really come down to the other countries in the world are getting pretty pissed off. And this elite minority, very, very small minority, might I add, who controls things, are really, really starting to ruffle people's feathers. And I just want to know, John, when the hell are they going to ruffle the feathers of the American people? The people who all this stuff happens in their name. You know what I mean? All this stuff occurs in our name. Do you think that we want to go invade Pakistan? Do you think that Joe Schmuckatelli wants to go and see his buddies, his brother-in-arms or whatever, go over to Libya and bomb the snot out of them? And then, you got Obama that says, oh, well, no, it's just a limited operation, therefore I don't need to go to Congress for authorization. Really? Is that how it works? I wasn't aware.
I don't think the American people have the gall to stand up to the United States government. If it doesn't involve them, they really couldn't care. The elite, the world elite have worked very diligently to make the citizenry disconnect from the others around them. The communities of yesteryear are no more. Mr. Smith and Mr. Jones down the road, the hell with them. Let them to survive on their own, and who cares what the new neighbors are doing. The sense of self-worth and building your own community in a tight-knit group is gone because the generations preceding us have failed to instill values of their grandparents and their ancestors before. So now we've got a whole new generation of people coming up in this country that could give two rats' butts about grandma rotting away in the old folks' home.
And without further ado, I want to welcome Gwen to the show.
Hi.
Oh, glad you could make it, Gwen.
Well, I share my computer with a child.
Oh, well.
And, he likes to go play these little games, and on there, of course, he doesn't download any new programs. He just clicks the button so he can get to the game. The downloads Norton Security Scan, which blocks me from getting on BTR, so I have to go uninstall all kinds of stuff so I can get it on my functioning computer. So,
ugh, stupid BTR.
Well, it's like I didn't download anything. It's like,
yeah, I've been having a problem with BTR too, where I get this little thing because I'm using Internet Explorer 9, and I've just pretty much given up on it because on Internet Explorer 9 it just tells me, well, the script is long and slow and it's not responding now. And that's what I get for a message, and I'm like, so I have to sit there and wait, and then eventually it just crashes my Internet Explorer. So then I have to use Google Chrome, and it's like, good Lord, what do I use, Microsoft or Google? Geez, what a good choice I have to choose from.
Exactly. It's like, do I want bad or worse?
Exactly. So I mean, it's just one of those things. But so what do you think about?
Hi, Gwen. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
What do you think about this? Well, let's start with this Pakistan and China thing. Did you hear anything about that, Gwen?
Well, I heard a lot, but are you talking about the
the naval base? Yeah. Mhm.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. And how the U.S. is in a tizzy now over it, and it's only because of the and now they're getting their game played on them. And I hate to say them, it's us. But this is where I run into an issue, and this is where John, he chimed in and said that, it's because of the preceding generations not instilling values. You don't have that same sense of ownership of the country. It's gone. Now it's them.
Well, you know what I think happened is during the Vietnam War, I think part of the whole PSYOP and the CIA involvement in Vietnam had a lot to do with the sentiment of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And it programmed a whole generation of people that war was bad and all of that. Not that I think war is good. Don't misunderstand me. But what we had was a whole generation of people teaching their children that the military's bad, war's bad, and the respect that came with having a strong military that people wouldn't mess with is gone. And you had Vietnam veterans coming home being literally spit on in the streets.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't their fault. They were just sent there,
And I think what we're seeing now is just this. They've so effectively implemented what I call colonialism, the divide and conquer. Don't talk to your neighbors. Don't get involved. Hate the Muslims, hate this one, hate the blacks, hate the Indians, hate whoever. The Chinese are our enemy. The Latinos are our enemy. Whoever, whatever enemy they can create, we've always got an internal and external enemy, and it's just been so part of our culture to have enemies that nothing shocks us anymore, and we don't have that same kind of patriotism. Oh, maybe on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, but that's not patriotism. That's just a want to freaking go on a bender for 24 hours. That's pretty much what it is.
Exactly. So I think something there was a breakdown of that pride, and also I think we could also see it happening about the same time that the Vietnam War ended. We had all kinds of family farms that had multi-generation families on those farms that were taken or were lost. And then the families had, and they couldn't support the family anymore. And so we started seeing the kids go off to the cities to go to college to get better jobs. So we kind of had that whole I'm pissed off at the government attitude of the Vietnam War, and then we had this breakdown in the family, the nuclear family structure of that era, and I think everything just went to hell in a handbasket after that.
Yeah,
I think that was the beginning of the end for this country.
The sense of personal responsibility, everything's gone. And a lot of it, I often think, as far as illegal immigration and everything else, and I'm a proponent for having immigration, and I think it does make us a better country to have that, and I don't call it diversity, but that a well-rounded population, I guess you could say. But the whole reason why it's bad is because of all the social welfare programs. If you took all that out, what the hell would be so bad about it?
Right.
That's the problem. Is that we've delved into this new, well, it's not really new, but this line of thinking that the government is supposed to take care of us, and God forbid you lose your job or anything else, because the government will be there to take care of you when that happens. And there's no sense of personal responsibility. There's no sense of, you know what, I'm going to have to hustle. I may have to cut grass or do something else just to make